Tonight, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by their ninth-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. Oh, good move. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line. Operating from the gun, Beverly. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Beverly. That pass caught. It's Williams. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Jamison Williams, 66 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.
tonight.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100-plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Operating from the gun, Beverly. And that's going to be incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
Well, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Looking to throw on second down. Beverly. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with a first down. Throwing to start the drive. Beverly. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Beverly flushed out right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback. Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but throwing to start the drive. Beverly. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Well, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Sanders. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Dance, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Off the play fake. Beverly. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jamison Williams from 13 yards out. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He already with a couple of touchdown throws in this first half as his guys start first. Throwing to start the drive. Beverly. He finds his man. Complete. That's Brock. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Second down. It's Bailey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Well, that ball incomplete. Nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. It'll be a pickup of 4. And it'll be first down Vikings. Operating from the gun. Beverly. That is caught. It's Williams. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman. A look around the NFL, we'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.
Tonight, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Vikings taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup here in Week 3 between the Baltimore Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now, because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
Throwing to start the drive. Beverly flush to his right. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Back to throw. Beverly forced out to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Operating from the gun. Beverly. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
And this is incomplete. Well played defensively, nearly had the interception, but it's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Brock. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Touchdown, Vikings. Jamison Williams, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And there was no... Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Beverly. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Beverly. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a three.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, the little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. Fancy footwork at the 45. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Back to throw. Beverly rolling to his left. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Once again with Sanders. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Looking to throw. Beverly escaping the pressure. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jamison Williams ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the touchdown. Throwing to start the drive. Beverly being chased out left. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime. Looks like somebody's ready to begin the regular season, skipping over halftime here in the final game of the preseason. 3rd quarter. Here we go. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 40. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 14. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Beverly. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jamison Williams. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are an extra point away from... Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. They go play action here on 1st down. On the move to his left. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And quickly they get to the line. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Beverly, and it's caught. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching. So, Charles, this is a game that certainly had some intrigue, but I think you and I both agree. We like the decision to not play overtime in preseason and just call it a draw.
Partner, I want to meet the person who disagrees with this decision, and I just wonder what took so long for the league to arrive at this conclusion. They put the rule in for the 2021 season, and it should have been in a long time ago. Yeah, some rookies might miss some plays, but all in all, no one's paying attention when we get to the end of a preseason game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL.
today. From U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Throwing to start the drive. Beverly. His throw incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Beverly out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And he whips that one incomplete there. Trying to find Jamison Williams. And it's second down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He finds his man complete. That's Brock. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A beautiful fake. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. On 1st down, Beverly buying time to his left. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Touchdown! From 17 yards out. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Partner, remember that old film with Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown pass. Throwing to start the drive. Beverly. He's airing it out for Williams. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Looking to throw. Beverly. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's their quarterback with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch.
And now out comes Minnesota. Throwing to start the drive. Beverly. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Oh, nice move. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Operating from the gun. Beverly. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Jamison Williams, 59 yards. And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. But he's done everything right so far in this first half. 2 touchdown passes, 2 touchdown runs. As his guys will start first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Beverly. He's airing it out for Williams. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half.
Matthew Stafford, a touchdown.
And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Touchdown, Vikings. Jamison Williams, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tight. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Steps away. Floating one, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throwing on first down. Beverly. A little juke. Now he goes spin. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for Minnesota. 42 yards after the big play, and chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And I'm just wondering, how many yards is he going to throw for? We're only in the third quarter. On 1st and 10, Beverly. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Beverly. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Looking to throw. Beverly. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. To throw on 2nd down. Beverly. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown. Robert Tonyan, 63 yards. And the Vikings are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Back to throw. Beverly. Complete. Jefferson the target. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. On first down, Beverly. Dancing to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Beverly. This is caught. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Sanders is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense... That one looks like he'll throw here. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. There's Jefferson to pull that in. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Back to throw. Beverly forced out to his left. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Looking to throw on second down. Beverly, right side to Williams. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down. Beverly eluding the pressure right. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Looking to throw. Beverly. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jamison Williams with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Vikings have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stage.
And now out comes Minnesota. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively. Throwing on first down. Beverly. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Being chased out left. He's got a man, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Vikings, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So for Charles Davis.